Meow. What's going on, sweetheart? How you been? What's going on? You didn't go live today? Bullshitting again today? I know. Always bullshit. You enjoyed your full day break. That's good. I didn't work today either because it rained on and off here. It rained on and off. It was annoying, so I couldn't work, but I went grocery shopping and hung out with my nephews a lot after school. We had dinner together and stuff and all that, and helped him study for his science project. We did a little bit of studying, but not too much. Oh, and I got a haircut. I was like, what else did I do today? I was like, I got a haircut. Otherwise, that's cool. And let me show you, actually, I don't know if you, I can't remember if you were in the room. I said I was going to get like this creativity deck that I had for a long time, but used it forever. And as soon as I picked it up, I was like, I bet you Becca's going to be in my room. I'm going to give her one of these new cards. I love you're here. It's actually got dust on the top. Let me see if I can take the dust off. That's how much it's been up there in that damn thing. It's got dust on it. Now, this is the deck right here. Look. See how big the book is? Look. It's called The Creative Oracle. Yeah, see that? Cool, huh? This thing, I haven't used this deck forever. Then it's got like, it's a big ass booklet. And this is like the book that I have to read from, see? See the cards? Yeah. It's really, really colorful. It's like some next level shit. I was gifted this by my good friend. This was also a really nice gift, but I just like the card. I gotta take it all out like in this thing. Yeah, it's a full size book. I'm gonna try and get the cards out because it's like it's hard to get the cards out. They didn't really design this card holder thing very well, but they made it well. It's just tight. I gotta put like tape around the edges. But I like tight holes. So So yeah, this is what the deck looks like. See, look. Hey, Ninja. Yeah, the cards are the cards are pretty. Like, this is my hand. Like, it's cool to shuffle. It's nice. It's like it's got like a little bend to them. You know. See, it's like that. It's got habits, and then it's got like the definition, and then it's got like a picture. It's cool. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Yes, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. All right, I'm gonna shuffle them up a little bit, and I'll give you guys a message. Listen. And just like no comment. I already know what Mark is up to. All right. Man, I haven't used this deck for like maybe a year and a half, maybe. I honestly couldn't tell you last time. I can go through all my videos. I probably won't even find it. Yes, I know. It's okay. Everybody's an adult. We can talk about sexual things. It's okay. As long as it doesn't get too overboard where people would like, be like, oh my God, all they did is talk about sex. Get a room. But it's always like that in here anyway. Everybody talking shit. Everybody feels free to say what they want in here. It's all good. All right, back and let's see what we got for you today. Speaking of sexual energy, this woman's showing her boobs. So that is the picture. It's a woman that has, her shirt off, which is probably what you do at night, And the message is capable. And the message says, you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. You can deal successfully with whatever challenges, and circumstances arise. See, start talking about the sexual things, and then I get all tongue twisted. Oh boy. Okay. So I'm going to read from the book. So pay attention, yeah? The capable card is a reminder that your decision to change your life for the better and your actions to do so are all the proof you need to show yourself that you are a magic maker. Magic is the working of one's will on reality, and that takes time and confidence in your capabilities. This can manifest as making changes to your life conditions all the way to a redesign of an aspect of society itself. This card can be a reminder that you should not seek fame or glory or living our lives creatively. The peace, satisfaction, and freedom that comes from living life creatively is a reward enough. This card is drawn to you today regarding another person. Then it can be interpreted to mean that they are capable of doing or providing what it is that you are inquiring about. Num, num, num. Okay, so you got that? Okay. And it's number 30, by the way. See the horsey? See the lady? Yes, sir. You can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. You are capable, Becca, okay? All right. This also means you're capable of keeping your clothes on as well, all right? Yes, please do. All right, Ninja. All right, Ninja, let's see what we got for you. Cool. Woman looks like, I thought it was a Christmas tree with a star on it. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my glasses, but my I saw a Christmas tree just now, but that's a damn woman with a dress or something like that. Doesn't that look like a Christmas tree when you first look at it with a star on its head? But it isn't. It's actually a woman in a flower dress looking ninja outfit. This card is very busy. It's got a butterfly, symbols, you know, all sorts of things. Star. It's got like, this is actually the zodiac sign thing, like the chart. See that on top of her head? It's got all the signs. Pretty cool. I never noticed that before. All right. So the card says overwhelm. Number 11. The hard work we love can leave us feeling burdened, drained, and burnt out, amongst other problems. So you might be doing a little bit too much in the coming days. Obviously, holidays and things like that, you might be doing a little bit too much. You know, Granny Ninja on her post doing her thing. It's to be expected, you know. All right, this card is an indication that our efforts to actualize our creative must be balanced with rest. We must know ourselves and our limits and avoid excesses. It can be a reminder that we are limited in how much time, energy, and other resources we have to spare from our challenges, so we can deal with the new one at hand. The plan you have conceived might be too much too soon, or both. Another meaning could be that the key to formulating a creative solution to your challenge could be to overwhelm the problem, to come at it from many angles as possible. In sports, this concept is called flooding the zone, putting all your players in one area so that overwhelming force produces the desired outcome. So there you go. So I'll let you pick the bones out of that. But that's a pretty cool card, though. I like that. It just says, like, you know, pretty much if you feel drained, overburdened, get rest and approach things differently so you don't have to deal with, you know, the overall bullshit of it all. But that's the card I put. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. It's a cool card, though. I like that. It's got like so many different things. Like these cards, they have like all sorts of stuff. But I like the zodiac sign thing. Yeah, it is. I'm putting my magnifying glass on it. It is the zodiac sign. I knew it was. I mean, my glasses, I can see, and this woman doesn't have any nose or any mouth. So sometimes this is also telling you, by looking at the picture, it tells me like sometimes it's best to keep quiet and not to sense things, you know, too much. Just keep your eyes open. That's what this card means too. That's kind of cool. I never noticed that. See that? She has no nose and no mouth, but she has ears and sight. So maybe some of your senses are like, you know, not focusing too much on what's needed to be done. So that's pretty cool. I had to use my magnifying glass. See? I mean, I'm not blind as a bat, but you know, I like to like look at it. Oh, cool. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. See, that's just more proof, like that it's real and that it was like I always told you before when we read on him that day. I knew he was around, and he definitely will be around because that's like his his great grandchildren. Yeah, yeah. So that's like something that he definitely will love. That's so cool. I like that. I'm glad he's there helping you guys. He wouldn't be there any other place anyway. He wouldn't be there. Just continue to like put things in front of him or leave the TV on. Yeah, sure. Whenever. It's cool. But yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. If he liked to see certain things like football or whatever, like when the game is on, just know that he's there watching and things like that. Just put things in front of him to make him happy. Newspapers, magazines, whatever. When you leave the house, just leave it there and he has something to see, something to do. You're welcome. Not a problem. And always thanks for coming by and, showing your support. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to. I think this holiday time, there's going to be a lot of people seeing things like that and hearing things like that for sure. I think people have been through a rough year this year. There's a lot of people I know that's been through a lot of rough times, and I know for a fact that Spirit's going to be around extra. So I know a few people. I've had a rough year or two here and there. I wouldn't say not as rough as a lot of people, but it's because I don't allow it to be that rough. I eliminate the issues that I do have with people or with certain things. So I'm a little you know on the less stressful side. But I know a lot of people that's had a lot of bad luck and can't handle it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I've lost a lot of friends this year. It's really sad. Um, I know of uh, I know of three people that I used to go, well, not used to go to school with, but hung out with at one point in my life. They all passed away in their early 40s, left kids behind, you know. And this year, also, seeing friends of friends. Yeah. I had two friends of mine. They were married. They had two kids. Their one was 41, one was 39, going 40 this year. And they both passed away of a heart attack. I know both. I knew both of them. And it was who else passed away that I knew? Oh yeah, my friend's husband recently committed suicide, unfortunately. And I would have never thought that of this guy too. Every time I saw them together, he just had a son. The son's probably like 2 years old. And he went on a trip with him, came back, and then just like committed suicide. I was like, what? Like when I heard that news, I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. And I grew up with this chick, and she got married to this guy. Probably about maybe 5 years ago, she got married, and then she had a kid 2 years ago. And then like he pretty much took his life, which is sad. I would have never known because you see people how happy they are. It's like it doesn't make no sense. So, but that happened recently. That happened last month, and I'm yet to talk to her. I give people space. And I don't want to sit there and be like, I gave my condolences to her mom, but I haven't seen her yet. I'd rather do it in person. But it's sad how people this year has been one of those nasty years. My dad had an operation on his hernia. Last year he had an operation on his knee. My mom broke her elbow. It's like a never ending story. It's a never ending story. So I'm trying to take care of all the situation. Yeah, they're okay. My mom's recovering very well. My dad's getting there, but he's still like having a hard time. Um, his knee is a lot better from last year, and but he had to get a hernia surgery, so he's fine. It's been 3 weeks since he got it, and he's on the recovery trail, really good. It's just that he can't really do anything anymore. He can't work anymore. He can't. He's 79, so I'm kind of like, in a way, I'm glad he had the surgery because now he'll keep his ass still and he won't do nothing. He just walks around, and then I do everything now. I go to his house. I cut his grass. I hired my friend to do the hedges once a month. Because I can't do it because I don't have a truck to put all the trees in and all that stuff. And when I did do it, I used to put it in my van and it was a pain in the ass. So I just said, I'll just pay somebody to do it. I can afford to help them. So my dad and my mom are living off their pension. They have their own house and things like that. But it's been very difficult for them. The insurance kills you. See, you're paying all this insurance. But if they didn't have insurance, going doing all these doctor visits and things like that and medication, it's a pain and it's even worse. So it's not easy. Yeah, I mean, me and my youngest sister help out a lot. My older brother, he doesn't do too much, but my older sister helps as well, in a financial sense. And I'm the guy who does everything physically. So right now I'm actually painting their house for Christmas as my present to them. They're kind of mad that I'm buying all the paint and doing all the work by myself. And I said, look, I can handle it. I'm good. I'm just let me do it as a gift to you guys and just leave it alone. Just you don't have to give me any money. You don't have to do anything. Just shut up and accept the gift. Last year me and my sister paid for the renovation for their kitchen, and they're so happy to have like a new kitchen. So my sister like paid for majority of it, and I pretty much did all the work, me and my friend. So it wasn't that expensive of a renovation, but they were so worried they didn't want us to do it. Like they have the money, but if they spend it, they're gonna be like, what is my life gonna be like, type of thing. So they're just worry freaks. They worry too much. So what we do is we do things for them so they don't have to like spend their money. Plus, we're old enough now. I have my own business, so I can help them as much as I can. I bought groceries for them. Last week I bought like $140 worth of groceries. She got so mad at me. We got to the counter, right? And then I put my card and I swiped the card and like I put my card there and paid for it. She's like, don't you dare do that. And the woman's like, I said to the woman, look, don't listen to my mom. I'm paying for the groceries. And she says, moms, just let your son pay. He's a good man. He pay for your groceries. He paid for you plenty of times. You pay for him plenty of times. Let him pay for you. It's okay. So he was like, oh, you don't have to pay for my groceries. I don't want him to pay for my groceries. I said, look, mom, just keep quiet and just let's go. It's paid for. I pay with my card because she don't pay with our card. She pays cash all the time. Like they'll go to the machine, take out the cash. Like they don't want to use their card because they think it's like some scam. They're super old school, right? So I'm like, yeah, little do you know, I'm paying for the groceries. So I was like, blink, boom. By the time she took her wallet out, it was over. So it's I feel really good helping them out. It means a lot to me, So when I can afford, I can afford to help them. So it feels great to do that. Because when I first started my business 15 years ago, I was struggling like to get ahead and to pay all my bills and pay my car loan and then once I got going, and now 15 years later I'm established, so I'm fine. Like I have I have everything I need. So, and I don't have kids. I'm not married. I just have, this apartment in my life, and like I can afford to help my parents. So now, and it's a great feeling to do so. It makes me very happy to be financially stable to help them. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And I know I am, and I'm going to continue to be as long as they're alive. I'm going to help them. So tomorrow I have a whole pile of stuff. I'm going down there to paint the house. So I went to the grocery store, and my sister also gave me some groceries to give to her. So I have like 2 bags of groceries. I have like this 6 pack of Bounty towels, paper towel to give to her. So I'm just gonna bring it there. She's gonna be like, "What are you doing? I don't need that. We can pay. It's okay. You don't have to buy me that." So like we got me and my sister. My sister got like some packages of rice that she likes, like chicken rice that you just like make instant, So she likes that for her and my dad. Like we have like all this stuff. So I give her like I got like 5 packages of rice, and I got the paper towel. Last week I bought a whole pile of groceries for her. Every day I take some, like every week I'll take some stuff down there and help her out. And my dad, he doesn't really say too much. Like he's kind of like he feels like my dad is different. My mom will accept it even though she doesn't really want to. But like they're kind of like they feel kind of like I don't know, like embarrassed a bit. That's what my dad said to my sister. He won't say it to me, but like he feels embarrassed because his children are taking care of him now, and he doesn't need it, but it's nice to have. And I was like, look, you just gotta accept the fact that we're gonna help you. You know, it's just the way it's what we want to do. So just allow it to happen. It happens to so many people. It's like when you get older, you need help. So even if you were rich, you're still gonna need help. You're still gonna need us to like take you somewhere or take you to an appointment if you're sick or something like that. Because my mom doesn't drive anymore because she has vertigo. So like she like sometimes gets dizzy when she drives, or it's not like she can't see very well. So my dad drives. So when he can drive, like during his surgery, I had to take my mom everywhere for 2 weeks before my dad could drive again. So for 2 weeks straight, and she wanted to pay for my diesel fuel for my car, and I'm like, look, you're not paying for nothing. I don't want your money. I don't need your money. Just please accept the fact that I want to help you. Like just accept it. Like why are you fighting me all the time about it? Like I'm good. If I pay for these things and I take you places, I'm not gonna die of starvation. So it's like it's hard to like it's hard to like put it through their head like I'm doing this because I can, so allow me to do it because it makes me feel good. So they put their head down and they're like, all right, go ahead, do what you got to do, and it's like just get over it. Like we're trying to help you, like, so just allow us to. So it's like it's difficult to get it through their thick skull, but my parents are good people. They don't do nothing wrong to nobody. I tell my parents, I say, it's a blessing to have you guys in my life still. You're not passed away. Not too many people have their parents. So I said, while I have you here on earth, I would like to help as much as I can. You've helped me for 18 years. You clothed me. You gave me everything. You gave me a good education, even though I dropped out, but I didn't affect my life. I'm still got my own business. And now I because I have my own business, I can afford to help them with the house and do things for free around the house instead of them paying for it. If they were to pay somebody to do that, it would cost, a couple $1,000s. So why not let me do it for free? It's not like you have to paint your house every damn year. It's every 3 years, you paint your house. 2 years ago, I did the roof, me and my cousin. And then this year I'm going to, I'm starting to paint the house. I'm not halfway yet, but I'm almost there. It's not a very big house, so it's not going to take me long. Plus the weather's been really shitty, so I haven't really had a chance to paint the house. But tomorrow it's supposed to be good weather, so I'm going to start early and stay there all day and do it. Yeah. Like I've always painted my parents' house with my dad, but he can't do anything. So and my parents don't want me to pay somebody to help. They rather just let me do it, on my own time, on my own pace. It's not a big deal. But their house is old, see. So and it's concrete. It's not like you guys where you have like well, I mean you guys have some concrete, but it's majority like drywall and wood stuff and here and there. So Bermuda houses are a lot different. Um, so like there's obviously there's cracks here and there, like every house, but I have to use a special type of stuff which is expensive. So they know that that stuff costs money. So they think that by doing that. Yeah, yeah, we have to have a concrete house here, else the hurricane will blow us to smithereens. Yeah, we have a concrete block house. Everybody does here. There's no wooden houses here. The only wood we have in our house is the roof to pitch the roof, and then there's slate, concrete slate on top of the roof. Yeah. If you Google Bermuda houses, you'll be surprised. And we catch our own water too. Yeah, we catch our own water and it goes into a tank underneath our house. See how you guys have basements underneath your house? We don't. Our basement is our water tank. So the roof collects water through the gutters. It goes down into a pipe below the house into a water tank. And that water tank feeds us water, natural water, so we can drink, bathe, and do everything with. Bermuda's another world. We're one of the few countries in the world that actually collect water in our tanks in our house. If we didn't, we'd be screwed because we'd have to buy water all the time, and you can't even really drink well water like that. You can, but it's not good for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember like a lot of places I went to in New York and Boston, and they had basements. Like some people's houses, not too many people's houses had basements, but I knew a lot of people that had basements. But the water comes from like the government, like the lines and on the road and things like that, or rivers or things like that. But here it's totally different. You can buy well water through a well, or you can have a well put into your house. But here we collect water on the roof. But I use like the Brita filter thing. I just pour it out of there, put it in there, and then pour it into like something I can drink. And we've been perfectly fine for years. So the water is not contaminated. So it's a good thing. But it's cool though. I still drink bottled water and things like that. But I can drink my own water out of my tank. So it's good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it all depends because, it costs more money, obviously. It costs a lot more. Yeah, I've been in the construction game and electrical game for a long time, so I've seen a lot of houses being built from start to finish, and it's very strenuous. It's hard work, and offloading concrete blocks and putting them up and carrying them everywhere and making cement and concrete is a pain in the ass. I've worked construction for years. This past year, we did a big renovation here at my sister's, and it's crazy. Yeah, my dad said that when actually he was like it was 19. It was like I was born in 77. Yeah, I was born in 77. So my brother's 10 years older than me, so that's 67. And that's when so I would say, yeah, in the 60s, in the early 1960s, like, back like you're saying, my dad bought his house for 75 grand. And he built a bedroom, a big bedroom, master bathroom, Then he built a garage, and then he rearranged the bathroom and the kitchen to make the bathroom smaller, like a powder room, and made the kitchen bigger. And he has a big garage. You can get out of the car and like swing your doors wide open, and you can get out, and you still have like another 3 or 4 feet on each side and back and front. So he has a really nice garage, but he built it back. He's probably spent maybe less than 100 grand on that house, and it's worth probably 800 grand now if you were to sell it right now. But he'll never sell his house. He don't want that. But yeah, it's just amazing how life is now. But you know what's funny is if you have like a $1.5 million house here, and you soak like 400 grand in it, it's still not going to be worth more than what you spent on it. Because people ain't going to spend that type of money on there. Because then I've been telling people for years, and I used to tell my client this, that you can invest, 300-400 grand in your house. But if somebody comes there, they're not going to probably give you what you want, because when they move in there, they're going to put things to their liking. So all the things you've done, they don't want that shit. You think they want that room at the pink, walls? No, they're going to paint that. Maybe your veranda is kind of old, but your house is okay, but they want to change the veranda and put like a pergola thing on there or whatever. This people are going to like say, look, I'm not giving you 2 mil. I'm going to give you 1.75 because I'm going to change all this shit, take it or leave it. So like a lot of people take a hit when they sell a house, or they just say, oh, well, we're not going to get what we want. We might as well just bite the bullet and just do it. Yeah. Well, when my parents passed away, they said that the will has all 4 of us in it. So, but my parents want me to have the house because I'm the one who works on it the most. But I don't want a house all by myself, and I don't want them to die anyway. So, but I know eventually, you never know. I don't want to think about those things anyway. I'd rather have them living. So I don't need a house anyway. I'm fine in my apartment. So I'm good. I love my apartment. It's good enough for me. One day I get married and have kids, which will probably be a miracle, but it's still possible. Then I probably go get a house. Yeah, exactly. I don't want my parents to like pass away. I know they will eventually, but yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic and sure. And you never know. I might marry somebody that already has a house. All I gotta do is be her maintenance man, and just be a part of her furniture. Oh shit. Yeah, but it's all good. I'm just glad my parents are okay. That's all. Yeah. Lord knows. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How's things? What you cooking up? Anything good? What you have for dinner tonight? My mom just made sweet bread. Masa? I know you know what masa is. You gonna have any masa soon? My mom just gave me a loaf yesterday. Yeah, my mom made sweet bread, and I got some Portuguese cheese, and I had that with my coffee this morning. Hey, Mike, what's up, bro? I didn't even see you. I just looked in the chat. I'm all Myson. I didn't even see you, Mike. How you doing, bro? Oh, he's cooking dinner for you and Star. Oh, okay, good. That's the life, see? That's the life. See, us men, we're the best chefs, That's my dog snorting in the background. You see her behind me? She's right here, look. She's snorting in the background and snoring. Snorting and snoring. Oh, FedEx to me. Tonight I had chicken legs in the oven with potatoes. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Mike's in my friend Mike's in the room. See him right there. Yeah. Who does the cooking? Yeah, of course, me. Yeah. I'm doing good, man. It's good to see you. Oh, ribs, nice. No, I know who Tony is. Come on now. No, when I was talking to you, Ninja, I didn't even see Mike come in. My friend Mike. I didn't even see him come in. So then I looked up and I was like, oh shit, Mike's here. I was too busy blabbing. Of course I do. Yeah. Yeah, I love ribs. Yeah, I'm blabbing, you know. Yeah. I do all the cooking, Mike. You know, I oh nice. Raviolis. Yeah, I cook pretty much every day. I love to cook. I don't really eat out in restaurants too much. Tomorrow I'm making pork tenderloin on the barbecue, like I'm cutting it up in shish kebabs, and like some sausage, pork tenderloin, onions, peppers, mushrooms. I do these long kebabs on the barbecue. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Put that over some white rice. Yeah, there you go. See, men are the best chefs in the world. Women just have to understand that. Men are the best. Yeah, I'm always cooking something. My mom, she's the best, man. My mom's the best. She makes like rice pudding, Portuguese. She's Portuguese, so she makes all the nice Portuguese dishes. She makes it's like rice pudding with cinnamon and stuff, and then she made the sweet bread yesterday. Like when she cooks, she uses white wine, red wine. She uses red, the red tomato, like the red pepper paste, paprika, all sorts of things. Like everything she makes has got color to it and it's got taste to it. So I called her today and said, "Look, how did you do that chicken the other day? What were the ingredients again?" Because I keep forgetting. So I actually recorded it and made sure that I have it on file, so I know how to do it next time. But she always like has some different methods. Yeah, rice pudding. My mom's rice pudding is the bomb. She makes the rice pudding and then she puts like cinnamon, like little like lines through it. So every bite is like you have the cinnamon and the rice pudding. I actually have that. I actually videotaped her doing it like 3 months ago. She did it, and I videotaped it. All right, Ninja, it's good seeing you. You too. Take care, sweetheart. Yeah, my mom, she makes all baked goods, and I mean, that's why I'll never be skinny. She makes too much. Every time I tell her, "Look, mom, I don't want to eat all that type of stuff." "Oh, yes, you are, because I didn't make this for nothing. What the hell am I gonna do with this?" I'm like, all right, all right, all right. I mean, calm down. But yeah, she makes lemon meringue pie. She makes that like every other Sunday because that's my dad's favorite. She makes pumpkin pie. She makes all sorts of cool sugar cookies and man, she makes pecans, like the little pecan tarts. My mom's the greatest, and like I've been like because she's getting older now, like she doesn't really do too much of it, but and then she makes like cassava pie. I don't know if you guys know what cassava pie is, but she makes that too. She's gonna make that next week for Christmas. I told her I'm gonna come down there and help her like mix everything. She's getting weaker, and she's 76, so she broke her elbow this year, so she's kind of like suffering still a little bit from like mixing things and making things. Her arms like gets tired after a while. So I said, look, let these younger arms, these stronger arms, mix everything. We'll do that. I'll hook it up for you. So next week I'm probably gonna start making some more stuff as it gets close to Christmas. So it's nice. This Christmas she's not cooking. We're cooking and we're getting the food and stuff. So usually every Christmas I'm the one helping my mom making the chorizo and potatoes and taking the chicken and the turkey out in and out of the oven, the ham, macaroni and cheese. I make the mac and cheese. Sometimes she does it or we do it together. Stuffing, all sorts. I mean, it's like this Christmas will probably be ridiculous, as it usually is. It's like food for days for the next 3 days. Yeah, man, I know that's the Portuguese way, bro. Yeah, man. My mom and dad's from the Azores, from San Miguel. So like my mom, that's all her and her sisters did is cook, 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 bake, bake, bake. It's like they never stop. Even my mom, 76, she don't stop. Every day she makes something, man. It's crazy. All right, Mike, I can answer your question, bro. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I was just about to tell you, Mike. If you don't stop me from talking, I'm gonna keep talking, 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 talking. I got the donation. Thanks, Mike. I'll answer your question right now, bro. Yeah, Tony, man, it's nice, man. I've watched some of your videos of cooking and stuff, and I'm like, my Tony knows what's going on. He knows what time it is. A Portuguese chef is a woman's dream. They don't know what they're missing, Tony. I don't know what these. I know you have your wife, but when I get my wife, she's gonna realize what she was missing all these years. She probably say, "I wish I would have known you forever." All right, Mike. Let me check, bro. All right, you say so. Sarah and I have been inconsistent. Yeah, I know, bro. That's cool. I didn't even see you come in, man. I was just there blabbing to Ninja because I haven't seen Ninja in a while, so I was there blabbing. Then I looked up, I said, "Oh shit, Mike's here." When I start like talking and talking, I lose concentration sometimes. I'm in the talkative mood today. Communication, and she's still supposed to come back next week. She discussed about being back together, renting our house, and moving out of town. DC working. Oh, nice, Mike. That's cool, bro. All right. Looks like it's getting better, Mike. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Mike, I'm just going to show you. See that? A man and a woman. Cards are upright. That's you and her making it happen. The thing is I see things working out, Mike. I think things getting better. The only thing I see here is making the necessary effort. Like as long as see the effort is not there, the effort can't be made because the effort can't be made yet 100% because there's no physicality, like you're not physically in each other's presence. But from what the cards say is it's a good thing. It's going to happen. It looks like you guys are going to be back together. And once you guys get back together, she's going to need patience from you. She's going to need, your leadership, your authority, your maturity, your stability, and then she can be this successful combination that she once was, right? So, Mike, I would say that the thing is there's a lot of preoccupied situations, right? And there's still a sacrifice to be made on her part, and she wants to make the necessary effort, but if she gets overwhelmed too much, then like she's going to be kind of like up and down, up and down. So there's still like an up and down energy, and I feel like one of the youngest kids is going to be like reluctant and like kind of feeling weird, or there's going to be some like indecisiveness on like what's going on here, like mommy's back, and let's see what's happening, let's see what's going to happen. Exactly. Right. And if the effort is met, then it's going to be better. That's the thing. If the effort is being met, then you'll be fine. But I think on her end, like she's gonna say, okay, I'm not willing to make a huge effort today or tomorrow, but maybe like the third, the fourth day, as things get better, the effort would start to get better. But right now, it's like because they are not in each other's physical energy, it doesn't tell me beyond the combination. Yeah, that's the thing. See, in the next like month or so, there's still gonna be some ups and downs. There's still gonna be like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and like Spirit saying that you have to make sure that you stay active, stay determined. You have experience with everything, so you already know what you're up against. So try not to like, turn things into a family combat zone or rage, or like if you have differences of opinion, just try and hear her out instead of like shut her down. And like if you have a plan, like maybe she might shut you down or might have some differences of opinion. But just be aware that, don't like put too much effort in it right away. Just let it all pan out on its own. Like I've told you that plenty of times. So, and I still feel like, there's a lot of communication to come. You guys will communicate, but try not to do things fast. Just like be patient and see how it goes, because she's still, it's going to be hard for her when she first comes there, because the family, she don't know how the kids are going to react. She doesn't know how, things are going to be for like 10 days. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like rekindling and finding out to see if it's going to actually happen, and succeed. But the cards are telling me that the more stability and authority and leadership you show and take control of the situations, which I know you will, Mike, you have been, and that's why it's coming back to work. But it's telling me that the man has to be the dominant force again, in a great way, not in a controlling way, but in a great way. Like, you're the man of the house and you know what you got to do. Just hear her out. Try not to argue. Try not to like, dampen her plans, or, allow her to like say what she has to say without any type of, you know, quarrels or discrepancies or like arguments and things like that. If you do that, if you make the necessary effort, I feel she will too. So as of right now, it's telling me that the ball's in your court as well. But there's going to be a lot more communication coming your way. There's going to be a lot more communication and things like that. So looks like what I saw a while ago about her being home for Christmas is actually going to happen. So that's good, man. I'm happy that that's happening. I'm happy that it's going to happen. I know that's what you really want, and I'm sure that's the only thing that she wants. Well, the thing is, I don't think that the move is going to happen right away. Like, I don't see you guys moving anywhere, and that's what I see. Like, it might be a problem in the long run. Like, I don't think you might not even get out to that moving out of state right now. It's not going to happen in like the next month or two, I don't think. Well, that's good. If you be able to retain it and move out of state, then that's good, you know? Right, exactly. But that can possibly actually happen, but not like in January or something like that. Maybe beyond that. After January, I see that it can possibly happen. But like that's only if the effort is being met, if you're willing to make that effort. So it kind of depends more on you, I feel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like I asked in the next 30 days, is that gonna happen? And it says no. But it's gonna happen. So if you're saying not right now, possibly summer, then yeah, I would say, you know, you can ask that question further on in the next year. But that's why I didn't see it beyond that. That's why I just got you and her together. But after that, it depends on the effort that has to be met. So that's why the cards are telling me as long as there isn't a necessary effort going on and a willingness to make it happen, then it could. Yeah. It looks like she's gonna be there for a bit. Yeah. I can double check. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it says that it's a possibility she's gonna stay, but it depends on how things go. You know, it just depends. And see, that's the thing. The Even though you guys are communicating and the efforts being you know distributed between you guys, but if there's no physical presence and energy between you guys, then it's like it can't be like it can't be really told, in my opinion. But from what the cards say, it just tells me that she's gonna be there, but it's up to her to stay. She's got to make the decision. So if she feels overburdened, if you guys argue and she feels like she doesn't want to be there no more, or she feels a certain way, she might be like, you know, she might be like, goodbye. Like, I can't take this shit. So the easier road I feel she'll have, the easier it will be. But I think she's going to be very, very nervous, very overwhelmed. It's going to be a lot for her. So just give her space, let her spend the time with the kids. And once she like feels like being, 100% on board, and you see the trust and you see the effort, then I feel like it'll happen. But when I ask that question, it just tells me it's up to her. It's like I get that she feels like if she makes the effort, then you'll feel like she can stay. But if not, it's like it's a flip-floppy energy as far as like her wanting to stay for longer than that, because she doesn't even know if she's gonna stay that long, because she doesn't know what the reaction she's gonna get. She doesn't know how she's gonna feel. So that's why the cards aren't really clear on what her actions are gonna be or her intentions are gonna be further than Christmas. Yeah, and that's the thing. So until she's actually there, Mike, then the cards will probably say more, because it has to be, because her decisions are on and off, and her feelings are on and off. So if the cards are showing me an on and off situation, or like a feeling of her feeling like, what the hell am I gonna do, or is this even gonna work, or I want it to work, and what's gonna happen when I get there? You know? Thanks, Tony, man. It's good to see you. I'm glad you came by. Give my best to Star, and I hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Christmas, if I don't see you, eat well, eat as much as you can. I know you will, and safe cooking. And I post some pictures up, man. Post a video up. Don't be a stranger, man. Hey, you can come anytime. You know that, bro. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Mike, I think that she'll be there. She'll know what's going on. She'll. I think the kids and you, and if you guys have a good Christmas, I think it'll go beyond the New Year. And yeah, I have some cooking videos on here. I think they're still up. I'm not sure. But one time I caught a live lobster online, and I gutted it, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's so cruel! How could you do that? That's discrimination towards animals." And I was like, "Are you people kidding me right now? How you think that people do that shit?" So I never forget. I was in my kitchen over here, and I cut a lobster wide open right online and showed everybody how to do it. And the first comment I got, "This is gross. How could you do this to this poor lobster?" I was like, God put this on earth for us to eat. How do you expect to eat it? We have to chop it open, don't we? If you don't want to watch it, you can leave. That's what I said to everybody. If you don't, I ended up taking the video down because people complained about it. But then I made clam chowder with my nephew one time. He was in the background, and we made clam chowder. I have to make clam chowder soon too. That'll be nice. I feel like making that too. Actually, I should make that tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. I haven't made clam chowder for a long time. I'm gonna write that down. Get all the ingredients I need. Yes, that's what I can eat on Wednesday. Perfect. Let me, yeah. Well, the thing is a lot of people these days have sensitive thoughts about, killing animals to eat them. But what do you think we've been eating all these years? Like, come on now. But I think that them seeing me cut the lobster that day, I stopped doing videos because people were complaining about the lobster video. And then I did the clam chowder video, and then people were okay with it. Then I did a cookie brownie video. I showed people how to do a double cookie brownie video of what I did. Then somebody said, "Oh, I can't believe you're greasing the pan with your fingers." And I'm like, "You people got issues." Like the oil that you put inside the cookie mix. like I take the rest of the oil that's like still in there and I turn the cup upside down, the measuring cup, right? And like I take the oil after that and I smudge it all over the pan to grease it. And I was like, and they was like, oh, I can't believe you're using your fingers for that. Like, what else am I gonna use? You want me to use like a special tool or something? Or you want me to go and dirty up something else when I can just do it with my fingers? Who cares? I'm eating it, not you. So people used to say stupid things when I did cooking videos. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna end up turning my comments off or just like, just getting out of here and stop doing it. And trust me, Mike, before I went on, I used to tell people this story all the time. Good night, bro. I used to tell people this all the time. Before I went on my own, 15 years ago, I had one of the worst jobs I've ever had. But I only did it for 2 months because I was waiting for like my business permit and I was waiting to get my car. So I said, I'm just gonna do like a regular bullshit job just to make some money and keep myself occupied. So a friend of mine was like, hey, we're looking for a delivery helper to deliver food to restaurants. You want the job? I can give you like $18 an hour. It's 7 in the morning till like 5 at night. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, that sounds good. It's Monday to Friday. I was like, yeah, I just need a job for a couple months, man. I need it. And the first restaurant we went to, I was like, I went in the kitchen to deliver the food with my buddy, like, and then we had like, I had some boxes in my hand and he had some on the trolley, and we had the paper for the chef to sign, and I never forget it till today. And I used to eat at this restaurant, but I don't eat there no more. But this is 15 years ago, and the restaurants, changed now, but I still like have a thing about that. That's why I cook now. I love why I cook for a while now. I started to cook after that because I didn't want to eat nobody's food no more. So I went to, out of the 20 restaurants that I went to, I would say half of them were pathetic kitchens. And I never forget it. All the meat was laid out on this table, on this silver table. And there were like 3 guys there cutting up the meat, and they had the windows wide open. And the flies were coming in and were landing on the food that they were cutting up to serve people. And I looked around and I was like, excuse me, bro, you got like flies all over the meat? Oh, that's okay. We're gonna wash it anyway. I was like, you should close those windows, bro. And my boy was like, yo, let's get out of here, man. Don't tell these people nothing. We're gonna lose my boss again. I'm complaining. I said, boy, fuck that. I said, I can't work for these people, man. This is fucking nasty. And I was like, I'm not coming in here no more. I won't be eating from this. Hey, Peach, how you doing? So I was like, hell with this. Then I went to this other place, and then I saw like a roach like dangling off of this side here. And then I saw like the place was all dirty and nasty. And then one kitchen, the guy was like wiping his sweat, and his sweat was actually like dripping into like the actual, stove and all that. I was like, yeah, gotta get out of this place. And I ended up working there for 2 months, and I hated it. That was the worst job I ever had. And then after that, I said, yep, I'm never going to these restaurants again. I had a list of all the restaurants I'll never go, and I still haven't been to them. One of the restaurants changed ownership and actually remodeled the whole thing, so I knew that it was better. And I ate from there like maybe twice since then, and I didn't get sick, so that's good. But that's why I cook a lot, because I don't want to go to a restaurant because of all the nasty things I've seen. Yeah. I have a lot more stories, but I don't want to gross anybody out or gross myself out by the memories. Yeah, they do, but the thing is, if the health inspectors don't see nothing at the time, they get lucky, right? And plus, like, they can pay off those people. That's what they do. Those restaurants are making a killing. They're making a lot of money. So if they know the health inspector, the guy will go to the owner and maybe say, hey, look, I got to close your restaurant down. You got flies all over your damn food inside, these guys. And the guy be like, no, you can't cut the food, please. I'll tell this guys, look, here's $1,000, man. Just close your eyes. Here's 2,000. Here, take this. Or I'll give you free food forever. I'll be like, shit like that. So it's like, okay, thanks, Pete. You can go ahead and ask your question. Thank you. So that's one of the reasons why I continue to cook and never look back. Never did I look back. Hey, Jessica Boo, what's up? Drop down. Maggie Moon. No. See, Bermuda is a British colony. The UK, the British, UK owns Bermuda. We're a British colony, so we have British holidays. The only we celebrate Christmas, but not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is like an American and Canadian holiday, but not here. We have like our own Remembrance Day, Labor Day, because we have our own army and things like that. I served there for 3 years. Things like that. Look, unblock Mike. She says her list is so long she has to check. American law, I would say no. We have our own like British law and stuff. So, yeah, I was telling people last night that we don't even have American franchises here. The only American franchise we have is KFC, and that's it. We don't have no Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks and McDonald's and all that shit. How do you? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how to. You have to go into your settings. Then you got to go to like your block list and all that shit. You have to go to your like YouTube Studio page. You have to go to your YouTube Studio page, and then it's gonna have like security. It's gonna say security, and then you go to security, and then you go to the blocked like subscribers and things like that. Nah, we ain't got no McDonald's, man. We have our own franchises. See, Bermuda has our own things. Like we don't need your stuff, okay? We have real food over here and real stuff. We got our own coffee brands, everything. Bermuda's another world, okay? Yeah, Google it, yo. Oh, you're telling her Google it. Okay. Peach, you say, I have been talking to a guy named Harjot. We have been on a few dates and just took a one-night trip. After the trip, he's not contacting me and just completely distanced himself without any explanation. Oh shit. Can you please tell me what happened with him and what changed? We haven't talked and I'm just really confused. Not sure if he will even contact me. Well, if you went on a one-night trip, did you have a one-night stand? That's probably why. If you didn't give him any peach, then he's probably gonna say, I'm out of here. But maybe that's why. But if you did give him some peach, so you see, there you go. That's your answer. You didn't sleep together, so why would he call you back? Because that's probably what he wanted, right? That's just my assumption. I'll check the cards, but I'm assuming that that's probably what happened because you're probably a good woman and you don't want to just give it up to him one time, which I admire you for that. That's nice. Don't give him anything until he proves himself. See what happened? You didn't give him anyone. He don't want to talk to you. That's what most people do. I do that to women. See, I'll go hang out with a woman. If I don't give them none, then they leave. They'll be like, he ain't giving me no sex. I'm going, Mark don't want none. I'm like, look, girl, I just met you. I don't know what you got between there. Yeah, unblock my buddy Mike, He'll support your channel. And if he's a bad boy again, then I'll block him from here, okay? That'll be the deal. I wouldn't do that to you, Mike. I got your back, bro. I got to keep at least one or two guys in here so it doesn't seem like I'm a manho, me, I'm gonna tease nobody. I just tell the ladies, bring your marker, and tell me where you want to stop. Huh. Well, all right, Peach. What I got here is, I think that he's like kind of want to end. He kind of wants to end things between you and him because he feels like he done enough, and he's not getting what he wants back. And I also feel like he might be sick, or he might feel sick, or he might be going through some problems right now, and he doesn't feel that great. But I do feel like he doesn't really want anything to do with you anymore. And I know it's confusing, but the reason is because he's going through some problems. I feel like he's very overwhelmed, and he can't face reality. His plans that he made are not really good plans at all. And he has some problems, and it looks like he's stuck right now. He doesn't feel like making a change, or he wants to end things between you guys. Let me check something else here, Peach. Yeah, I think the reason why he doesn't contact you anymore is because he didn't get any romance from you. And I think because if he paid for the dates, like say if he paid every time you guys went on a date, or he paid for the 1 day trip out of his pocket and you didn't pay anything, he felt like, I paid for everything, trying to show her, stuff, and then she didn't give me any type of romance. So that's why, like, I'm gonna withdraw because I didn't get what I want. I don't see him contacting you in the next like 2 days. It's possible, but if he does contact you, it's not going to be anything good. All right, bro. Be safe, Mike, man. Take care. Yeah, I don't see him contacting you. Well, I think that he's not going to contact you, and yeah, I'm getting a no. I don't. If he does, it's going to be very brief. For some reason, I'm getting that he can't trust you for some reason, or he feels like he can't trust you, and he fears like he's going to fail, or he's not, or he feels like he's already failed. Because if I go back to what you said here, he says you have been on a few dates and just took a 1 night trip. After the trip, he's not contacted and just completely distanced himself without no explanation. Right. So he probably feels like he should get more in return from you because he's giving you something, like. Yeah, he fears that it's going to fail. Like maybe he's getting too close, and like he's drawing back because he's like, this isn't gonna work. Like I feel like I'm gonna get, this, she's gonna do something to me. Or maybe he thinks you're lying about something, and he's suspicious about you, and like he doesn't think that you're going to be the right one for him. Yeah, he thinks you'll hurt him. Yeah, he fears that. Yeah. See, every time I ask if he's gonna contact you, it's saying no for right now. I'm asking the cards if he's gonna contact you, it's saying no. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Peach, but I keep getting the same answers right now. Well, you can do that. If you want to contact him and just say, "Hey, are you okay?" Or "What's up?" He might tell you he feels sick, and that's why he hasn't called you. Because I do get some sickness around him, or like an overwhelming feeling. Like if he has a busy job, he might be like doing too much work right now, so he might be like overwhelmed with work, probably because the holiday is coming up, or he just doesn't really feel like he can be in a relationship with anybody, or get closer because he fears failure. Okay, yeah, I knew it was something like that. You go into the studio and all that. Yeah. Well, the only way to get an answer, Peach, is to ask him. Just say, "Hey, you haven't contacted me." I would say don't wait for contact. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Let me just ask, if you would contact him, what would happen? Let's just ask that. Yeah, if you contact him, he'll answer. But like, he's gonna tell you that he needs some time, or he like, he withdrew from contact because he's going through some situation, some arguments with somebody, or like he's trying to like sort out his life or something. He might make some excuses. So I think he'll answer you. If you contact him, he'll answer. But if you're waiting for him to contact, I don't think he will. At least for the next few days. So if you contact, I would say, if I were you, I would contact him and say, "Hey, just I want to know what's going on. Are you okay? Like, are you sick, or you know, what's going on? Like, I just want to know why, because I'm just kind of confused here." There's nothing wrong with that. So I think he'll answer you. I think he'll tell you why. So I would say just try that. Yeah. Listen, I always tell women that it's not a man's job to continue to contact all the time. The woman has to do some type of contact. And let me tell you, as a man, my perspective is always this: if I'm doing a lot for you and I'm going out of my way to contact you and do things to you, do things for you, then you should do the same in return. There's no such thing as, a man has to do everything, because there's so many women out there that want equal rights, equal this and equal that, but then give us equal communication. If you give equal communication, then you'll have an equal and balanced relationship. It's that simple. So no answer is an answer, and communication is the key. So that's my suggestion, Peach. Especially if he's been hurt a lot, I would say, like, try and prove or show your trust that you're not going to be that person that does it, especially if you like him a lot. Makes the guy feel much better. Some of these man babies, that's how they are. Like, some guys are not really, don't have the fortitude because they get their heart broken so much, and they become man babies, and they need to be, caressed and taken care of a little bit before they actually get back on track. But, it's life. It happens with women too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope it works out, and just do what you feel is best for yourself. You said, "Mark, I have 221 people blocked." Yeah, I don't blame you. I think I have about that too over the last 3 years. I haven't checked how many it is, but I know the last time I checked, it was in the 300s. Because I had, back then, like, I had like a lot of crazy, like, I had like this, the sex chat maniacs. I had the LGBTQ group in here acting crazy. Um, that I had a lot of people in here acting crazy, a lot of trolling, a lot of crazy people like this advertising hoes and all that sex chats. I used to always delete all of them. And then like I said, the groups, the certain groups. Yeah, the sex bots. Then you had like I said, you had the LGBT group block. I had to block a lot of them because they were going crazy in my room. And just like people who in general are just disrespectful. And then some other readers will come in here and I had to block them because they tried to like read the same thing. Yeah, I used to get all of that too. I can go down my list and tell you all the names. It was like all the porn bots. Back then it was like, oh, come see xxx something porn.com, and I had to delete all that shit. My moderator, I had like 3 or 4 moderators and they used to like take all that crap out, delete it and block, and I had to block everything. It was a pain in the ass. But now it's nice because I'm on subscribers mode. So the only way you can come in here is subscribe. And they're not going to go through all of that shit. And if they do, they know they're going to get blocked. So it's like they gave up on irritating me and aggravating me. So that's why like I only have like 800 and something subscribers because I don't really care for more than that. That's good enough. I think 800 people is that don't even come in here on a regular basis is fine with me. I'm the type of person, I don't care about likes, subscribing, and all that promotion type of stuff. I don't need none of that crap. I have mine on 1 minute now because some people complain that they have to wait 5 minutes when they tell their friend to come see me. But like I said, unfortunately people spoil it for others. So it's not my fault. I went through a lot of trolling, a lot of aggravation back in the day. Just because I said one thing, people tore the ass out of it. Next thing you know, bang, 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 everybody was on me. It was like, oh, you don't like this? Okay, well, we're going to get you. You're a bigot. You're a this. You're a that. I got called every name in the book, and I didn't even say anything bad. That was the sad part. People twisted my words. Then other psychics coming in here, blah, blah, blah. And I have to listen to that shit. I'm like, yeah, block you, block you, block you, block you. Goodbye. I don't care what you think about me. I have my own opinions. You don't like it, then leave. That's why my room doesn't have many people in it. Because I don't want that shit. I don't want like 20 people in here every 5 minutes and aggravating the shit out of me. When I have a couple people in here, it's enjoyable. At least I can talk to everybody. Some people leave, another person comes. It's nice because I get to like focus on one person at a time, and I don't have to sit there and be like, okay, you hold on a sec. Like, no, it's not your turn. Shut the hell up. It's not your turn. Leave me alone. Stop aggravating me. Like when it's your turn, I'll call your name, Dodo. Did you just see the name? Did you just, and then I'll get to a point where if I'm like trying to see the response from the person I'm reading and I see you aggravating me in between that, then I'm going to delete you. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to delete you. Like, I can't handle that shit. That's aggravating. That's how my room used to be. I used to have like, I would say 15 to 20 people in it at first. And then, it got a little bit more than that some days. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I got to get, rid of some people because I don't really want all these people in my room aggravating me every day. I've been on here for an hour and a half, and I probably had about a total of 8 people in here, I guess, or 10 throughout the live. Not one time, but throughout the live. And see, I only got 3 likes, it says. And I don't give a shit. It don't bother me. Like, I'm not sitting here and be like, how am I going to get my likes up? How am I going to get my subscribers up? Like, you didn't even hear me talk about that shit because it doesn't faze me. Because I'm here to read people and, answer their questions. I'm not here to, like, sit here and make YouTube, like, love me and shit like that. Or that's not my life. I've never been that way. Never, ever. Like you come in here, you come in here, you don't. I'll give you a message. If you don't want to pay for anything, I always give a free message. And if you ask a question and you don't have money, I'll probably help you once, but I'm not gonna keep doing it. But there's some people that have been in here since I've started, and they've never got a reading from me, but they'll get a free card and talk to me and be my friend. And I don't care if they get a reading from me; it doesn't bother me because it's not for everybody. Some people like to come in here and just talk and associate with you, like get advice from you because they don't really want to buy a reading, or they don't really like. They're probably against paying to get a reading because it's not what they want. They would rather like come in and talk shit, listen, get like information and things like that. Oh, you like me? Okay, cool. I like you too, Jessica. I do. I like everybody until they piss me off, but you haven't pissed me off, so we're good. Do you want a card, Jessica? What can I do for you today? See how nice I am? I just offered you a free card, see? Because I'm like that. And the other day I answered your question for free. I never said, hey, where the fuck's my money? See, I don't do shit like that. Because like I'm out to help you. I know like his life isn't all about those type of things. Like, see, that's why like I don't care about that shit. I like to help people. Well, that's up to you. Like I said, I've helped the people that pay me and have paid me for questions in the past. I will always like give them something in return. So, but if you want to pay, that's up to you. And like I said, that's the thing. I'm the type of person, you'll get to know me as you know me, but I'm not a greedy person like that. I'm that guy that doesn't give a shit about that. Because if I die today, I can't take this shit with me. That's why I don't care. That's why my life is the way it is, because I'm not greedy. I'm not envious of money, and money ain't going to be my evil. I've learned that a long time ago. And if you dwell on money in this field, Spirit's going to be like, hello? No. We didn't put you on here because of that shit. Exactly. That's why I probably like can't see myself doing this full time right now, because I want to in a way. Sometimes I do want to do this full time because I know I can make it because of my experience and my knowledge, and I know that I'm good at it, obviously. But that's why I don't want to do it full time, because when things don't happen, then I'm the worst person in the world. But when I'm accurate 4 or 5 times in a row, and then that last time that I'm not accurate or something doesn't happen because somebody changed their mind or you changed your mind and then you blame me or something like that, that's when like I'm probably gonna cut you off. Because you got to realize that this is not guaranteed. This is just in the moment. But there's people who I know that I read for that I'm super accurate for, and they can't even fathom how it even happens. And then there's some people that, I'm not going to get right because they're not doing something right, where Spirit was like, fuck them. I'm not giving them no answer. You're doing all this bullshit. Mark doesn't know, but I do. So I'm going to make sure Mark doesn't deal with your dumb ass either. And that's how it is, I'm telling you. So when you're wrong, sometimes it's because Spirit wants you to be wrong, so you, the reader, doesn't have to deal with that fool again. And people say, you know what, Mark, that makes sense. I'm like, I know. I've been doing this long enough to know how the pros and cons of it. And some people will see me say this right now and be like, this fucker, I hate when he tells people that, because people are going to be woke. The things I got to do, man, I expose people in Terror World, but some people are just dumb. Thanks, Jessica. I got your donation. You can ask your question. Yeah, I mean, I don't even like to call it a hobby anymore because it's a part of my life. I would say it's just a part-time job. That's what it is to me. It's a part-time job. It's a great part-time job. It's definitely a passion. It used to be a hobby, but now I don't consider it a hobby. I actually consider it a part of my life because I've been doing it for so long now. And because I've been on here publicly for 3 years, like I feel like, I'm obligated to serve the people who need true, honest answers and actually are doing something good with their personal lives and making the reading actually work because you're asking the right questions, doing the right things, and believing most of all that it can happen. But like I said, I've met a lot of people. I've read for thousands of people in the last 3 years. Not even hundreds. I would say a couple thousand people now. And I love it because I know that I have their respect and that's all that matters. But people would think because I don't have 100,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, things like that, it doesn't matter. It's like different people come every day. And then when I opened my channel, when I used to have it open to anybody, today I had it open to anybody, not subscribers. I had it open up to anybody. And like, some people come in, they look, they observe, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to try this guy out. That's how you get more people. You leave it open for a while, and then you close it off, then you open it, then you close it off, and then you see how it is. But I understand, Becca, if you look at it more of a hobby and a passion, then that's good. But at least you started like early in your lifetime. And it can also be something you can fall back on or continue to do as a double job. You're gonna have your original job, like I do. I have my business and I have this as my second income and second job, pretty much. I work during the day, my business, and do this at night. And when it rains during the day and I can't work, I just come on here and even if I don't even make $1, it doesn't matter to me. There's many times on Instagram, I'll be on there talking to everybody and not even care about if I actually made $1. I don't care. Like, it's just the feeling of talking to real people and nice people, it makes me happy. And if I can help you, I'm happier. Yeah, I remember you were saying that you're going to do that. My oldest sister, she's a teacher. She's a 6th grade teacher, and she has been for 20 years. Yep. And she has a master's and bachelor's degree. She was in school for 6 years. She went to Mount St. Vincent University in Canada, I think. And she went to Wheelock or something like that. I can't remember. I think it was those 2 colleges she went. So yeah, my sister's a top-notch teacher. Everybody talks good about her. Some people talk bad about her. She's 50 years old. So she's been teaching for actually over 20 years. Yeah, I'd say about 23, 24 years. Yeah. I want to know if I'll find a place soon. Okay. telling me by the end of this month, it's not possible. So from now to December 31st, it's saying no. And we're gonna check January. I would say January, it looks like you are, and it's like the place that you're going to rent. It's like a place that might be by the water or like a lake or like an area that has water around it. So the place that you might be going to could be that description. And it's like a place that you're gonna have to drive farther away from where you are now. Not too much farther, but like I feel like a ways away. It's a place that you can go to. Um, but the thing is, it's going to be some delays getting it. So if you find a place in January, you might not be able to move into it until February, or you might, find it in early January, or you might be able to, or you might be finding it soon, but you might not be able to get into there by January. So it's a possibility that you'll find a place, but you won't be actually to rent it until next month. Next month looks a lot more promising, to be honest. So I would say like today is the 13th here. It's already midnight. So I would say from now till January 13th, there's a good possibility that you'll find somewhere in January. And the place looks like it's near water, or it's like a place where you have to go to where you pass water, like a bridge or something like that. But it does look good. There's just a slight delay on getting it. That's all. And then on the bottom, I got the Ace of Swords, which means that it's a victory. You're definitely going to get it. So Jessica, I would say next month looks very favorable to get the place. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, see, I got that you're actually going to find this place between now and the end of the month. You're actually going to know where you're going. It's just you won't be able to move in until like January, which is right around the corner, really. And I got the 10 of Cups for that. So that means like you and your family, you and your kid, you'll be happy there. So if you want to move to a different state, then it's that 6 of Swords is telling me that you're gonna have to travel, past places of water, and you're gonna, it's a ways away. It's a different place. So that makes sense if you want to do that. So if that's your plan, the cards are telling me that your plan is a good one. It's just that there's gonna be delays in between here and there to get it. But it's not a significant delay to keep you away from getting it. It could be like some negotiations and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't publicize myself as a psychic medium here in Bermuda, because people will be knocking on my door, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want people in my house, in my my apartment, because I don't want people's energy to be around me. And then if people come in and out of my door every hour to get a reading, and I got 10 readings a day, then that means they're gonna think it's a drug house. Oh look, there's people going in that, and they're coming in and going back out in a half an hour. They're probably sitting there smoking weed or things like that. That's why I don't really do it. I'd rather do it online. So like here it's different. There's too many pokey ass people and nosy people. So I told my sister, I don't think I'll ever do that. She's like, you should. I don't care. It's my house. Who gives a shit what they think? I'm like, maybe one day. I don't know. But I said, look, I don't want to do that right now. I love my job. I love my business. So I don't want to do that. So I totally feel on the super low key part. Have you ever considered like doing have you ever considered like doing readings at from home, Jessica? Or do you actually like think about that, or do you actually do it now? Yeah, I agree. I feel like you have the personality for it. When I watch you online, when you guys do your freaky shows sometimes, I've seen you twice do the freaky shows. And the way you handle yourself is like this is my opinion of you if you want to hear it. But the way you handle yourself, you have the like the personality for it. Yeah. Yeah. Becca agrees with me. But you know, that's up to you. But my personal feelings, I think that you should do it. And I think that you definitely have the personality for it. Yeah. Well, that's up to you, sweetheart. But you know, it's an extra income, and you know, it's something that you can do part time if you want, or I feel you can do it. I actually think that you can do it, and you'd do very good at it. That's my feeling. And the card I pulled for you last week about doing healing work, and like you can just heal people with your advice. You know, you can heal people just with your advice. That's what I do. Like, cause when you're a person of our age, cause you're my age, so like you're already at that point where you have the experience to talk. You have the knowledge about what people have been through, so you can relate to things, and your personality is perfect for that. Like you like to talk shit. You can cheer people up. You can make people laugh. You know, I don't even know you that well, but from the times I've seen you, like I feel like that's my analogy of you, if you don't mind, you know, me giving you my opinion. So just some words of encouragement that I feel like you can do it, you can handle it. See, I'm Becca agrees with me. So you got your two buddies telling you that you should do it. But hey, that's up to you. I don't pressure nobody to do anything. It is what it is, you know. You do what you want. When you're good and ready, I feel like you'll be good for it. I'll give you one of my. Actually, let me show you this deck. Yeah, but that's me. That's I do the same thing. I'm the same thing. I'm the same way. I'm super blunt. You know, you've seen me, and I talk shit, and that's what people want. They rather have somebody who says super blunt things and is right and accurate than and talk shit and then have somebody say, okay, well, you've got the nine of cups, and that's like your wish is coming true. And oh my God, I see the knight of pentacles, your knight in shining armor. You see him, he's on the fucking horse, and he's gonna come and see you, and he's gonna throw a lasso around your ass, and he's gonna draw you in. It's gonna be amazing. And then you have the Ten of Cups. Looks like he's going to impregnate you and you're going to have a family. Oh my God, this is a great fairy tale story. You know, you don't want to hear nobody say that shit. I'll be like, shut up, woman. Fucking get out of here. Get your bitch ass out of here. Well, I don't want to hear that shit. That shit ain't going to happen. Ain't no goddamn fairy tale story. Hey, I ain't dressing up in no knight in shining armor. Who the fuck is this? Halloween all year round? Get your bitch ass out of here. Anyway, this is the creative oracle. And Jessica, I'll give you a card. Yeah. Oh, that's how I view you. Yeah. Don't, as long as you don't sound like that, then I ain't gonna get no readings from nobody like that. Honestly, like I diss people that talk about tarot like that. That shit pisses me off. I can't handle that. That's why I did a tarot course. And that's why like I was teaching people tarot. And during that tarot course, I tell people, don't you dare look at this picture and think that because this guy's on a horse with a shield and a thing and he's a knight, that shit's gonna that doesn't work that way. The page is someone young, the knight is someone like in their 20s, and then like you have the king and then you have the queen. But then you go like that. You don't sit there and be like, you're supposed to say the ages, and that's my opinion. I don't ain't no knight in shining armors around here, sweetheart. Those days are over. Unless you're going to a Halloween party, then I'll probably say that. Yeah, exactly. See, I did a tarot class about 2 years ago, and I used to teach. A lot of people were mad at me because I told them you're not a real psychic unless you read reversals, and they're like, "No, that's not true because tarot's not meant to be read upside down." And I said, "Well, why does it work for me then? Why is it when I read reversal it works? So if it works for me, it should be working for you." And when your cards flip out, see, if you're a reader like Becca, who shuffles like this, and I've seen a lot of people do it, and they wait for the cards to pop out. So if that card pops out a reverse, why you don't read a reverse? Where some people will flip it back upright and read the upright meaning because they're too lazy to read what spirit pushed out in front of you. See, that's my opinion, but you don't have to believe that. And if it works for you, then that's fine. But if it doesn't work for you, then maybe you should consider reading reversals. That's what I tell people. Like I explain that, like that's why tarot has upright and reverse. So if it comes out reverse, then you say the opposite of the meaning. It's that simple. Hey Virgo, what's going on, sweetie? I'm good. How are you? Yeah, see, I've seen you do it. Yeah, that's why I used you as an example. Yeah, see, but you should. Like, my opinion is you should. My opinion is every tarot reader should read reversals, especially if you're a shuffler that the cards pop out. If you're the type of psychic that you get your messages from pop outs, which I still don't agree on to a certain extent because I don't really like people who use pop outs because I don't do it, and I like, and that's just my opinion because like when you play spades, crazy eights, go fish, when a card pops out, you don't use it, you put it back in the deck, right? But that's playing cards. But I ever since I use cards, I never take pop outs. I always put things back in the deck and shuffle it properly, and I'll shuffle it until I don't get a pop out, and then I'll flip over the first 3 cards, and that's how I read. That's how I always read, because I don't believe in pop outs. But there's some readers that they shuffle until the cards come out because they feel like spirit's flicking them out for them, and it works perfectly fine. You see? But if you're constantly doing it and not getting the accurate answers, it's because you're not supposed to be doing it that way. See, that's the thing. A lot of people do. I've seen people who there was a reader on YouTube that shuffled her cards so aggressively just so it'll pop out, and it was flying on the floor, and she'd be like flicking her hair back. Hey, I'm gonna go get the cards on the ground. Hold on. Oh shit, you got this, you got that. And it's like, what is this? Oh, okay. Like that shit aggravates the piss out of me. And that's why that person don't do private readings. Who the fuck's gonna pay you an hourly rate for you to pick up cards off the ground? Are you kidding me? Woman, you better get off of YouTube. Shuffle the damn cards properly. And why are you aggressively abusing your cards and like wanting shit to pop out all over the place? You don't make no damn sense. That's why when she does the zodiac signs, I haven't seen it forever. That's why when she done the 12 zodiac signs, the shit was like 2 hours long. Like, I don't get how people do that. That doesn't make no sense to me. Like, why would you want to like cards go all over the damn place? Whereas Becca, when Becca does it, and a few other people I know that do it, they do it like in a more conservative way. They're not sitting there like, like like manhandling this shit. Like, what are you doing? Are you looking at yourself after you do this live? But see, let me be clear here. This is my opinion. It's not a diss. It's just my opinion of how I feel it should be done. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to be crazy like that to get an answer. The answer comes from how you ask. It's not how you shuffle, it's how you ask. So if you're shuffling in a normal way, you're still going to get the right answers. You don't have to aggressively do that. But if you feel that by having things pop out and it works, then keep doing it. Don't change because I told you to, or don't change because that's thing. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Becca, is there's not a strict way to do it. It's just an opinion, right? And it is intuition, and it is the way you were brought up on it. But see, I don't like people who actually do it like aggressively. You don't, and you still get the answers. So I'm not using you as that. I'm not, pointing my finger at you. I'm just saying that people I know, they do it too aggressively, and it doesn't look right. It looks like you're forcing spirit to give you an answer, if that makes sense. Like I don't understand how people read like that. Like you're constantly like forcing a card to pop out. Whereas you go like this, you go click, 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 and then it eventually pop out. I'm seeing people like manhandle shit. And that's when I don't really agree with it. You can do whatever you want, but if you're aggressively abusing your cards, then I feel like you're kind of like forcing spirit to do it. Like it's not a D, yo. Like these are cards that are made out of paper. So why are you like going mental on your cards? Like you don't have to do that. You can shuffle normal and have it pop out normal instead of going pew, pew, pew. And then when you get off your chair, you gotta like pick up 20 fucking cards. Like that's not how to be a real reader, in case you don't know that. Like that's like kind of stupid, don't you think? You can change the way you shuffle. Just be less aggressive, and you can still have it pop out all over your table. Okay? That's just my opinion. Don't be mad if you're watching this. But if you see a card pop out of here, I won't even look at it. I'll just put it right back in my deck. Because to me, that's not the way I want to do it. But hey, to each their own. That's why I associate with some people and I don't, because it's like I don't know how you think you're gonna get a right answer that way. I'm yet to see somebody that does that to give accurate shit. Because the spirit that's watching them over their back are like, what the fuck are you doing? And can you imagine? I can't remember the girl's name now. She used to do that shit on YouTube. I used to watch her at first. Then I got kind of pissed off because she took forever. And then nothing was like pretty much resonated because like half your deck fell on the floor. So how can you like give a zodiac sign half the deck? Like you don't have to give people 20 cards, because it fell on the ground. If you want a personal reading, we'll go get one, okay? People get mad at me though when I say this because like they're probably looking at me and saying, "Who are you to judge us?" But who are you to judge me too? And who are you to tell me that I can't have an opinion about how I think things should be done? As soon as you heard manhandle Becca, you wanted to be manhandled. That's why you put that there. You want to be manhandled. You want your potatoes smashed. I know. All right, Jessica, this is your card. It's a little hummingbird. Well, you're too far away, so I can't do nothing for you. All right, your card, Jessica, is Flash. A creative flash of inspiration will come to you quickly and give you the perfect solution. 17. How do I know? How I shuffle is I shuffle. I shuffle for like maybe 2 or 3 times like this. I'll go like. Then when I feel like I'm ready, I'll close my eyes and I'll shuffle 3 times. I'll go 1, 2. I'll ask the question. I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then I'll flip over 1, 2, 3 cards and I'll get my answer. But at the whole time I'm shuffling, I'm asking Spirit to help me get the answer. And another thing I do, which a lot of people don't do, but the advantages of doing upright and reverse is if you want to answer someone's yes or no question, right? What I do is this. So I'll say, is Jessica going to get some D next month? So I'll shuffle and I'll say to Spirit, can you please give me a upright card for yes and a reverse card for no as the answer? So as I shuffle, I'm going to say, is Jessica going to get some D in January? So if the card comes up upright, I'll ask for 1 card and I'll say, is it yes if it's upright and no if it's reverse? So if it comes out upright, it doesn't matter what card it is, even if it's the 3 of Swords upright. I'm still asking for the answer. Yes is upright, no is reverse, but you have to make it. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm explaining. If you would let me explain, as you type that, I was explaining it. It doesn't matter. You have to explain that to Spirit. No matter what card, I just wanted yes and no answer. Because if you pull 3 cards for a yes and no answer, you're not going to get the answer probably unless all the cards are perfect. What if you get the Sun, the Lover's reverse, and the 10 of Swords? How are you going to say yes? And how are you going to say no? If you got one of the best cards in the beginning. So you're going to confuse yourself. So you have to control the answer you get. Oh, I can prove it if you want. That's cool. Right. See? That's what I'm saying. This is how I taught tarot in my class. And everybody, if you can do it, you have to do it properly though. You have to like talk to Spirit. You got to tell him, look, I want 1 card and 1 card only. I don't care what it is. I just need a yes and no answer. Is this going to happen? Bang. That's it. It's simple. You got me? All right, let's try it. Is Jessica going to get some D from someone in the month of January? It says yes if you decide to give it to you. If you want it, you'll get it. If you want D, you can get D in January. And the card I got was the Temperance upright. So that's you. It's up to you to have D. So yes, it's possible. There you go. Because it's all in with us. Okay, your card is Flash, Jessica. Looks like you're gonna flash somebody and get some D. So it makes more sense now. So Jessica, your card says, this is an indication that picking up the pace will benefit the situation at hand. It can also be a message that the solution to your challenge may come to you in an instant flash of inspiration or empathy. A less obvious meaning of the flash card can be understood as looking at a dial pad of some home office telephone where the world identifies a button that can end your call, or it can have a call waiting switch from where one line to the other happens. If you are contemplating ending your creative process or taking two or more paths to reach your goal, then this flashcard could be advising you to end or to switch back and forth from one path to the next. There you go. Right. So you don't really have to do the upright and reverse for yes and no's as well. Like you don't have to. Oh, you too, Virgo. Take care, sweetie. Another thing is you don't have to do the reverse and upright. I do it because I read reversals. But say if, right, you don't use reversals and you say, look, I need one card for yes and no. So like Becca does, she writes yes on some of our cards, no, and she writes a maybe on our card. So when she pulls the card, it says yes, no, or maybe. She does that. A lot of people do that, right? But me, if you ask me, are you gonna have this or you're gonna get that, and I get the Temperance card, then it means a yes. Now, if I get the Ten of Swords upright, I know it's a no because that's a bad card. You got me? So that's what people do. But I rather do the reverse and upright because yes is upright, no is reverse. But when a card is reversed, it could also mean a good thing. So you have to see, you have to ask, you have to like put your emphasis on what you really are asking for. So you have to tell Spirit, look, I want a yes and no answer, but I don't care what card it is. I'm not going to look at the meaning of the card. I'm just going to look at the answer. So I don't care if it's whatever reversed or whatever upright. Absolutely. And that's why if you have trust that will happen, then it will happen. It's that simple. Some people do it. Some people took my advice and have done it in the past. And some people, have their own. Everybody's different. And that's great that all of us are different. I have my opinions. I've told my opinions on here. Some people think I'm crazy. Some people think that, oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to read tarot and, blah, blah, blah. No, I never say that. I always make myself known that these are my opinions. And I think that some people who do the certain things that I've, pointed out can do a better job of doing it. There's no reason to be aggressively shuffling your cards to get the cards to pop out. That's just like, not nonsense in my eyes. So whereas if you do it, in a way where you're not actually forcing it, then you'll probably get more accurate answers because you're not really forcing Spirit to give you an answer. You're calmly getting it out. It'll just come out on its own instead of being like, I don't like that. That's just like weird. But there's people who shuffle like this in a horizontal way, or like this, like that. There's people who do the double shuffle, like how Becca does. And then me, I go like this. See, I shuffle like that. This is how I always shuffle when I use playing cards. I always shuffle this way like that. I feel like it's better because you're putting the cards down like this. And see, I don't want nothing to pop out. So I make sure I go boom, boom, boom. I don't want nothing to pop out because if it pops out, I got to reshuffle because I won't take that pop out. And that's just me. That's how I do. And it works perfectly fine for me. But hey, that's why everybody's unique in their own way. They do what they have to do to get the answer. And I respect everybody's ways. I'm not trying to change anybody or disrespect anybody in any way. I do obviously say it sarcastically sometimes, or I say it, might come across in a way or whatever, but that's your problem if you think that. But my opinion is that. And I've always been like the person who, says things like that because I feel like you can do better than just throw your cards around on a desk. That's just like ridiculous. Where falls all over the place. Like that's just like, what are you doing, yo? Like you honestly think that spirit's gonna be like bending over to pick up your shit or something? Like, come on now. It's unnecessary. But hey, that's me. I try not to say those things on here because when people watch me, they probably say, you know what? I do that shit and Mark's probably not gonna like me. I'm not gonna, it's not that. If it works for you, it's not my problem. I don't have to watch you, right? Here you go. But I'll test you out though. I will test you out. I'll come in your room, I'll buy a question, and I'll be like, let me see if this jumping jack reader and her cards flying all over the place, see if it's gonna work to answer my question. I'll try them out. And if it works, I'll be like, see, that shit works, even though that shit been flying across the room. But I'm yet to see it happen. In the meantime, I'll watch. All right, it's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm gonna get out of here. And I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. I will be here tomorrow, actually. Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah. I'll be here tomorrow night for show. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for listening. I bought a new deck and it has 2 5 of Pentacles in it. But that must be a misprint, man. It must be a misprint. It happens. It happens. My decks that I made, there's some cards in there that are misspelled, and I have it on file spelled right, but the company misspelled it or typed it in wrong, had a typo, because they have to type it into the system. I type them what I want, but sometimes they mistype it, and somebody caught it one day and said, hey Mark, one of your cards doesn't have an R in there. It says you self instead of yourself. So I actually make fun of it when I use it. And I was like, yeah, protect yourself from negative energy. And people laugh. It's not my fault. It's the people's fault. They published it wrong. But it's not a big deal. It's not like, the end of the world or something. Oh, I was just about to leave. Somebody sending me a donation here. Oh, hey, Nia. How you doing? You just called me before I was gone. Good night, Jessica. You take care, boo. Hopefully everything works out. Just keep your head up and stay positive as much as you can. I'll answer your question, Nia, and then I gotta go. If you go to my about section, right, there's a link there that says makeplayingcards.com. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the website, and the website will show you how to publicize the deck, how to make it, what you need, how to do it. And you'll see my page on there, and it's got all 3 of my decks. See, this is my first deck. It's called Mark and Mark's Tarot deck. And I made the cover, very basic, simple. And then it's got 54 cards. And then all the back has my name on it, obviously. And then it has the cards like that. You just write whatever, or the fonts, or the different things, letters, things like that. You just post it all on the website. Then you save it. You have to make an account, then you save it to the actual, your channel, your program that you're doing on there. It's all free to make it. And then when you actually, make the deck and it's finished, then you purchase it and you ask for how many copies, and then you get it. Then you can actually sell it on the website, like how I do. I sell all three decks on that website. So if anybody wants to buy it, just go to the website and buy my decks right there, or they can buy them from me. I've actually sold out of the first one. They have it online. The second one, I still have a couple here, and the third one, I have a few copies too. But you can buy all of them online. And that's how you make your own decks. You can make them, and you can also, like, publish them, sell them, do whatever you want. It's actually really beneficial, and it's not that expensive either. It's very easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Hey, Nia, go ahead and ask your question, sweetie. And thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. It's very easy. The website would take you right through everything. It's very, very easy. You're welcome, sweetie. No problem. Very, very easy. Yeah, I made two regular decks, and I made like with just regular sayings on it. And I made a tarot deck with uprights and reversals, no pictures, just the words. And I did both, and it has my name on it and stuff like that, and in the corners and stuff here throughout the deck. And it says like the basic meaning of the card, in my opinion. And it has, like, on the back of the front of the card, it has the upright meaning, and on the back it says reversed, and then it gives you the reverse meaning. It just gives you basic meanings to, like, if you're like a starter. It's like a starter tarot deck, just giving you like meanings of the cards and things like that. Not too many people have bought that one. I feel like it's because there's no pictures on it, but I don't think that you don't like, you should always learn what it means before you see the pictures, because seeing a knight in shining armor on a horse is not who you're actually going to see in real life. So I have that only thing to say about that. And plus, I'm more of a visual person. Like, I can see the color of the hair, the color of their eyes, their build, their their ethnicity, their race. On the tarot cards, it don't show that, unless you actually buy cards with different races in it. So it'll make it a lot easier for you to, if you're not a picture person, you actually can get the actual authenticity of the person through the cards. Like, for instance, there's decks with white people on it, black people on it, Chinese people, Caucasian people. So, like, when you get a deck like that, you can specify what the person looks like through, like, the pictures of the cards, which I think is really cool. I have a deck like that, actually. There's a guy with, like, tattoos. It's called 78 Doors or something like that. I have the tarot. It's upstairs. I have it in my collection. But it's a really cool deck. It's got, like, a guy at a tattoo parlor. It's got a guy sitting in front of it, internet, and it's got, like, black people, white people, Asian people. Like, it's got, like, old people with different types of hair and all sorts of stuff. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite tarot decks. I don't use it often enough, but I should use it. It's got, like, computer images. Like, there's no horses and knights and none of that shit. It's like an up-to-date I think it's a 2019 version of, like, how people live their life. Like, it's tarot cards today, like the Rider-Waite tarot and the old tarot decks are all based on, like, emperors and knights and kings and queens and all that shit. Where this deck is like the modern day life, which is what I like. I like modern. I like modern pictures of tarot, like people, not like you in some shining armor and bullshit like that. So that's why I don't really like when tarot readers say that. It's kind of annoying because we don't have that in the world today. I know it's just a phrase that you say, but it's still dumb in my opinion. Just say it's a man. You don't have to say you're a knight in shining armor or you're a king or you're a queen or something like that. Nia, if you're here, you can go ahead and ask your question because I'm about to head out. But hey, it's just my opinion. Don't be mad at me. It's just my opinion. Don't be mad at me. If you hear snoring in the background, it's my doggy. She has a great life. All she does is snore all day. Yeah, there you go. Snoring champion. All right, Nia, you said, will I get the work position I want if I email the CEO? All right, let's check. Damn dog. This is something else. All right, Nia, I would say that it's a good possibility you will. If you do it this month, then I think that you'll get the position, like going into next year. Maybe even this year, maybe even before the end of the month. But I mean, it is kind of like halfway through the month already, and Christmas and holidays. But I did ask if you do it, if you do email the CEO and ask for the work position that you want, I feel like they'll consider it and they'll probably tell you, look, if you want this position, you have to do this, this, and this. You have to do A, B, and C. And you're gonna say, well, I don't know. I have to like see what happens and see if it's like a good investment or a good thing. Or another thing I see here is they feel like you have the skill and you have the ability to do it, but they want you to be really committed to doing the job. If you want to get this work position, you have to prove to them, or if you don't have to prove it, I feel like it'll be something that you can learn quickly, or if you already know it, you got to be more committed to it. And they want commitment, they want effort, they want your personal effort more than anything. And they want you to be able to do this quickly. So if you're not like meeting their requirements, then they're probably going to give you a hard time. But I do see it's very possible that it can happen. I get more of a yes than no. I definitely get more of a yes. So if you were to email this CEO person, if they're a woman, I would say they're gonna be like, I'll see, there's gotta be some type of ulterior motive here on your part, or they might be like, well, if you do this, you gotta do that. And if it's a man, I would say they'll probably like say to you, okay, well, what about your old job, your old position? Like I have to find somebody to do that. So it might be some like little things like that. But the end result is I would say it's a really good possibility that you can get it. Yeah, I just see like if they tell you that you have to work with certain people or work around somebody, I think that's like the only situation I think I see here. Like it's nothing guaranteed, I would say, but it's like it's a possibility if you're willing to do what they want you to do. So there's some type of compromise is what I'm seeing. Like they're gonna say, well, if you can do this, this, and this, we'll give it to you. But if you're not willing to meet us, halfway or to do a certain thing, then it's gonna get thrown out the window. But I feel like it's a good possibility that you're gonna get it. It's just that there's gonna be some type of compromise or sacrifice. You're gonna have to obviously about that, not me, because you're the one is getting the work position. Um, but I feel like you're qualified for it and you can learn quickly and you'll make it happen. But I feel like they're gonna put you on like a probation type of thing if possible. I don't know if that's like actually in what you do. Like they might say, okay, well, Nia, you want the job, you want this position, we can give it to you, but you're going to be on probation. So if you're not, pulling your weight or putting in any effort, then we're just going to like put you right back to where you were. So we'll give you like a trial period, see how you make out. If you're beneficial, we'll give it to you. But if not, then you can't. If you can't work with these people, then we can't give you the position. So it's about who you're going to work with, who you're going to work alongside, and how your progression prevails is you getting this work position. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. All right. It's 1:00 in the morning here. I really do have to go. And tomorrow I will be here for sure. God willing, I will be. I'll be working all day tomorrow, and at night I'll be on here again around this time or before this. This is too late, really, but that's the advantages of working for yourself. No problem, Nia, and thank you for always coming by. I appreciate it, and I wish you luck on your work position. Another thing is like the retrogrades coming up at the end of the month, so that's the delays that I might see. So it might be a little bit of delays here and there, but I do feel it's good for you. All right, sweetie. Wish you luck. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.